Hi, Aquarius. This is Kathy. Welcome to my channel, Kathy Mamolen, Psychic Medium. Welcome to a timeless love reading. This is a no contact, low communication reading to see what is going on with my person. What are they thinking and feeling? Any guidance Spirit has for you in this connection. Welcome, everyone. If you are new to my channel, I'm a psychic medium. I'm a professional, intuitive, love and life coach full time. I love my YouTube channel. I'd love to do more with it. If you are enjoying my channel, please hit that like and subscribe button. And welcome back to all my Aquarius. Thank you always for your comments, your love, your support. Let's see what Spirit has for you in this no contact. Spirit, I'm here with Aquarius. If you could please share with me any messages of guidance that you have for me, I am listening for you now. I have trust. Trust is a factor. Did we lose trust? Do we need to regain trust? I have hope. Okay, I have a breakthrough. Oh, look at that. I have a breakthrough. Maybe it's a breakthrough moment. I have hope. The sun is coming out. I have laughter. I have fun times together. Okay, so maybe we can rebuild our trust. Maybe I don't know. I'm going to go with that. I like the breakthrough. That came into me pretty strong. Like, a breakthrough moment that either, we want to talk, that somebody lets down their guard. I miss your laughter. I miss having a good time. I'm sorry I lost your trust. Whatever it is, let's see where we're headed. Spirit, what is it that you want us to know about this connection? I have a 6 of Wands. I have a 4 of Swords. I have a Page of Cups. And I have a 10 of Wands. Okay, so my feeling is I do feel like I miss the connection for sure. I felt good when I was with you. I will say that maybe I just asked for a break. Maybe I was just overworked and having lots of stress in my life. I do feel like I have some kind of apologies. I don't know. I think I let other things in my life take me away from my connection with you. It either caused the damage, like working all the time. Now it's coming into me as even listening to other people, trying to let me know that it wouldn't work, or somehow in the end it wouldn't work. Like I was listening to the wrong people. So if you have somebody that was influencing this connection, I think they're realizing that those intentions weren't good either. Could be family, could be friends. I do feel like I have almost like I made you promises and then I didn't keep them. Okay. Something like that. I don't know. I mean, it's a journey with the Fool, right? It's a journey. It could be a starting over. It could be I dropped the ball. I don't know how committed this connection was to begin with. I think that maybe we spent a little bit of time. Maybe they ghosted you, or they just kind of dropped communication. They didn't necessarily block you, but they lost communication with you. And they got tied up with, I don't know, what will people think, or work, or other things. And then when they started to think about their own life, like, what is it that I want? Okay, what is it that I want? I think they were really happy with you. You might have gone on a few dates together, had a really good time. It was really fun. It was really exciting. And then all of a sudden, this person just like fell off the face of the earth. And you were like, what happened? So they either got caught up with, people, chirping in their ear, saying you're not ready to settle down, or you should be playing the field, or you should be dating a lot of different people. Don't put all your energy into one person. It could have been as simple as that. But I think when they thought about what it is that they really want, I think they went back to you, or they keep coming back to you. Like, this was somebody I had a good time with. This was somebody that we had a connection, and I dropped the ball, is how I feel. Yeah, a love potion, an irresistible charm, feeling compelled to follow, letting your heart lead. I think that when they started to think about what is it that I want, then you came back into their life, like, I'm pushing you away for the wrong reasons, because what, I'm not ready to commit, or I'm not ready to have a real relationship, or people are telling me that I should be playing the field and not settling down with any one person. Like, I'm listening to outside influences instead of following my heart, which I think is what they did. Faking it, not being genuine, keeping up appearances, pretending that everything was okay. Maybe the disconnect with you, maybe they were more hurt than what they let on. Maybe they were telling people it was no big deal when it really was a big deal. So I don't know, that's on them. But I guess when they identified their real feelings, then they're realizing they really do have feelings for you. Maybe it's a past life connection, unfinished business, unfinished business. Maybe that's why they keep coming back to you. Maybe they are saying, I felt something with this person, I pushed this person away, I ghosted them, I just, or push them away. Maybe sometimes you date somebody a couple of times and then all of a sudden you're just not hearing from them. And you're like, where did they go? I thought we were connected, but you realize they just weren't ready to have didn't want to take it to the next level for whatever reason. Being in the present, enjoying your time together, and not worrying about the future. I think that there is something that was said to them. And maybe you said it, maybe you said, hey, are we going to be in a commitment, or are you looking for a commitment? And maybe that scared them away. Maybe they said, as soon as you started talking along those lines, they said, I don't know what I want. I can't answer that question. So instead of being honest with you and working through that with you, they freaked out and said, I'm not doing this. I don't know what I want. I told you I didn't know what I wanted. So they end it, So it could be something like that. But I'm going to say they still have feelings for you. I'm going to say that they haven't forgotten, quote unquote, the good times that you guys had. Now, whether you want to take back this energy or not, because you gave them a chance. Spirit, is this person worth a second chance? Like, you gave them a chance, and you did. I feel like you did nothing wrong. You have 4 cups, they're lonely. Okay, they did it to themselves. I have an 8 of Wands. So they are thinking about what their next move is. This is how that just came into me. And I have a 5 of Pentacles. They know they hurt you. So they're trying to figure out their next move. Do I apologize? Do I try to get back into seeing where this is going? But if they do, if we've had a conversation about, I'm looking for something real, and they're not ready. So if they come back, it's because they have decided that they don't want to be alone anymore. I have this Hermit. They've been alone. You're alone. And maybe they're realizing, like, maybe you were right. Being in a relationship works. It's the not knowing who we are. Like, you can't just be in this kind of limbo. Like, we have this casual thing going. We see each other a couple days a week. But we have no labels. I hate that more than anything. When somebody says that to somebody, I just think that's such a cop out. I don't want to put a label on anything. No, be a grown ass adult and say that you're in a relationship with somebody and you're not being in a relationship with anybody else. That's what that means. So when you say I don't want to label anything, it gives you this open-ended, thing about I can be with anybody I want because I didn't make you any promises. Well, nobody wants that. No, that's so disrespectful. So I think that this person is realizing you had a good connection. Let's go back to that. You had a great connection. And then something happened in this connection that they either got freaked out, You know, it's like I feel like I'm a horse on a road. I don't know anything about horses, but I feel like I'm a horse on a road and something scoots out in front of me like another animal. And I just like start jumping and start freaking out. So something had to have been said that freaked them out. All right. I don't plan to stay. Like I immediately backed out of this connection as soon as those words were said. As soon as somebody said, you know, where are we going? What do you think? What do you want for your future? And all of a sudden, if we started talking about anything having to do with some kind of commitment or what's our relationship, what are we to each other, I feel like I'm that crazy horse that just got skittish and freaked out and ran in the other direction. I can't explain why I hurt you. I needed to be alone. There's my hermit. Okay. Spirit just said they have some explaining to do. We started with trust. They have explaining to do. You know, that is more important than anything. Okay. Like you can't just walk away with, hey, let's pick up where we left off. No, they have some explaining to do. Like, why did you just stop talking to me? I thought we had a good thing. You know, I thought that you were feeling something and I was feeling something. We were having a good time. And then all of a sudden I haven't heard from you in 6 weeks. You know, like what happened? Like they would definitely have some explaining to do. I think they got scared. He or she just was a good time and I don't care about them. I don't know. Maybe they tried to see if the grass was greener on the other side. Maybe they were dating two different people at the same time, thinking about, I don't have any commitment to either one. I want to see where each one goes. Maybe it's not what they thought it was going to be, you know. But you're not second choice either. My main focus right now is my empire. Maybe their work got involved in this. Maybe they were too busy with work, or that's going to be. I feel like this is a big bucket of excuses, to tell you the truth. I feel like I'm busy at work. I'm busy with this. I just haven't had time. I'm sorry. You know, like, oh, give me a break. You know, if you wanted to be with me, you would make the time. Okay. So I got to tell you, even if this person comes back for a second chance, I think Aquarius, you may say, I'm so frustrated. Sometimes I get so frustrated because I don't know how to express myself. You know, maybe this was a really great time. Maybe this was a great mutual attraction. I'm really attracted to this person. They could be perfect for you, but they're not perfect if they're not showing up, right? They're not perfect if they're not giving you the attention that you need. They're not perfect if they're giving you excuses. So you may think this person's perfect for you, but how are they treating you is what Spirit wants you to know. I'm a player. Maybe the truth has come out. You know, maybe this separation, this no contact has shown you that they don't want a commitment. And maybe they're showing you that, yeah, they have feelings for you. You were a good thing. But at the end of the day, do we both want the same thing? That's really important. I have an 8 of Cups. So sometimes even when we want to be with somebody, it's okay to walk away for something that's better for you. Okay. So you may be head over heels. Like this could have been a great connection. I have a super crush on this person. I might even have feelings for this person. But this person isn't treating me in the league that I need to be treated in. And I'm questioning whether they would. I'm questioning whether, even if it changed, would they? I have a 10 of Cups. You deserve unconditional love. Spirit's telling you, if you walk away, unfortunately, if we walk away and we walk towards something, even though we don't know what we're walking towards, that there's this promise of unconditional love ahead of you. Okay. So sometimes we can have feelings for somebody, but Spirit doesn't want you to go backwards. I have a 10 of Wands. It may be always a struggle. It may be always a burden with this person. You may never get the attention with this person that you deserve. They may always put themselves first, something like that. So I feel like Spirit protecting you, just the sense of protecting your feelings today. They want what you want, of course, but I just feel like there's a sense of protecting you. They're protecting you first. And they're just saying, like tread lightly around this kind of connection. If this person comes back, because I think that maybe they went out and tried to see if there was anybody else, and maybe they found their way back to you. I have your back no matter what happens. Maybe you always felt that way. It was a great connection. They were there for me. I don't understand what happened. I feel as if you are leaving me behind. Are we growing apart? Well, they're not communicating with you. So how could you not grow apart, right? They're not communicating with you, and they're not seeing how hurt you are. And in that, the further that they get away from you, the more hurt you are. So there's this sense of, well, what about my feelings? And that's not selfish, Aquarius, for you to be worried about your own feelings. It's time to let go. I do feel that. I do. I feel like this connection is, I don't know. Everybody comes into our lives for different reasons. Everybody, and some last a long time and some don't. But I always believe that if Spirit asks you to walk away from a connection, it's because they have something so much better for you. And that's the hardest part to accept, because it's so hurtful. You're in pain. But you do have to believe that there's something so much better. Unless this person is completely into you and putting you first and being attentive and responsive and being there for you, you have to ask yourself, why am I waiting for this person to come back to me? If they're doing none of those things, right? So Spirit may be saying it's time for you to let go. You may feel like it's a soulmate connection, or let's put this positively. Maybe Spirit's saying let go because your soulmate is out there. Have you given that some thought? That you haven't met your soulmate yet, Insecurity. They're not ready. This person wasn't ready to give their heart. They weren't ready for a commitment of some kind. I think that was what was happening. They feel like a victim. I'm busy. I've got excuses. It's not my fault, right? It is their fault. They're a grown person, and everybody makes choices every day about their actions. And if their actions weren't that you came first and that they need to be in your life, then Spirit may be sharing with you, I have your soulmate out there. I have trust issues. That's the first thing we started with. We have trust issues. I don't trust you. There's definitely something going on here. I'm scared you're moving on. I think that it is time to let go. I mean, I don't know what, it's a grieving process, because I said, well, why are we holding on to it? And Spirit said, because we're grieving. We're still holding on to it because we care about this person. We love this person. We want back what we had. And there's no going back, Spirit just said. So I do feel like this is somebody that we're going to move on from. I hope you're not with someone else. And I'm getting lost in the memory. So I have a lot of feelings around this connection still, but I don't feel like this is the person that Spirit wants you to be with. I don't. I think that they would have proven to themselves to you by now. They would have stepped to the plate. They would have reached out to you. They would have tried to repair the damage. They wouldn't have any more excuses, Spirit just said. So, I don't know what their next move is going to be. Their next move is maybe to try to win you back. But I want you to keep an open mind, all right? I want you to keep an open mind that maybe Spirit has something else for you. Okay, and that you deserve the love, that 10 of Cups. You deserve to be first. You deserve somebody who wants to be in your life and can't imagine their life without you. Okay, so give that some thought today. If this is meant to be, I always say, don't worry. You know, things always work out the way that they're supposed to work out. But I think right now, Spirit wants you to look at it from both sides. I think they want you to be open to, I'm still thinking and grieving this person. I still care about this person. And I'm also at the same time wondering what else Spirit has for me. And I'm open to that also. Okay. So let's put this out into the universe. Let's ask Spirit to continue to guide you. I want to thank Spirit for this reading today. If you're new to my channel, please remember to hit that like and subscribe button. If you'd like to book a private reading with me, please go to my website, KathyMamolenPsychicMedium.com.